When I heard about this forum thing, I was a little bit intrigued. I've worked very well with my own forum, and it's been a fantastic experience. So for me, the first change was seeing how they think, and I got to learn more about my leadership with them and my people than I was expecting to. That wasn't even on the cards when I jumped into it, and it also made me tweak the way I lead my team. Rather than just delegate and say do this, do that, it made me want to throw challenges around them and support them to achieve the goals rather than let them complete the task I want. So that was just seeing what motivated them and how they operated made me respect them differently and manage them differently.
The sharing on a different level, when we go into the workplace. There's a bias towards your title, how you look, what you wear, what cool gadgets do you have. In the forum setting, all that is outside. We're all equal, we're all facing one another. And I think you get to understand one another, not just professionally, but personally, and know a little bit more about the family. So when you have that insight and when you're engaging in a professional environment, you learn how to understand more and listen on what's happening beyond just the workplace.
But the real magic that's happening for us is they are looking at what kind of leaders do we want to be? What does leadership mean? And what kind of leaders do we want to be? After the last session, everybody's got feedback. Everybody's created an individual leadership development plan. They've created a list of things. I'm sitting down one-on-one with each one of them. And it's going to be, every 2 weeks, we're going to say, hey, what's working, what's not working, what challenges. So there's a code of communication and there's a level of trust that's built.
I think one of the items that I think was a common trait was catching yourself in the middle of a situation where you would act a certain way and it just right at the cusp, pulling yourself back from the cliff and then going, okay, whoa, what did I learn and how do I manage? The key is people are being very honest and transparent with their experiences. They're not saying, yes, it's easy, everyone's doing it. No, it's not. People are facing challenges and it just takes one person to state what challenge they're facing. And you could see it go around the room and say, yes, actually, I'm also having, this different challenge or that different challenge. I think hearing those challenges is how we're going to learn, not just hearing all the good stuff. So I think that's important.
There's a guy in my team who's a quietish guy. He's probably in his early 60s. He's taken on a role as factory manager because we were short of people. And the way he's changed his factory is by really listening to his, technicians and workers. And this guy who I would have probably put him as one of the laggers in this whole thing, but he's been the rock star. And every day he's putting something on the chat and he just comes with energy and with sparks and with full of ideas. And he's so enthused about the whole thing. And I can see the energy at the factory floor level of just people loving him and saying, hey man, I can do more, give me more challenges. We need to be part of the meetings. And in a space of 6 weeks, he's changed it from I'm the boss and I will tell you what to do to we are a team and these are our common problems. And it's just amazing to see how he's done that.
I was only speaking my own language and I needed more people to understand the language. So that's why I went, wow, this is a great platform to get everyone on the same page, so to speak.
It's always been my desire to build an organization of leaders who really knew how to inspire, motivate, and get the best out of their people in terms of not just workload, but happiness and the whole sort of thing. And nothing I had tried really moved the needle. And I said, why not try this?
It blew my mind. It blew my mind. It was like I hadn't heard something like this before.
I'm particularly happy because my team can feel it.
This forum is all about mentorship, all about knowing yourself, all about opening up to yourself, to your friends, to your colleagues, your family.
Funny part of this book is Turnaround Artist is when you ask people what is your perception about me, and that you need a big courage to listen for that. It's not an easy.
They can see the changes. And one of my team members actually said, whatever you guys are doing, I think you should do it for everybody in the company.
Forums has taught me one thing: to be intentional in listening to people.
I went through chapter after chapter. I didn't need to wait for anyone. I was just struck by it all. And by the time I met someone who had actually gone through the forums, I met with him and I said, "What, you mean you've been going through this? You never told me?"
My subordinate came to me and he said, "Vinay, you were a different person before what you are now."
Because there's a smile, everybody asking, how you doing? They ask for your opinion, they want you to take initiatives and all those things. This is not happening. When did this start? That whatever you guys are doing, we want to be part of it.
Since starting the forum exercise, I have tended to be a greater listener now. So much so that I applied to meetings, discussions within the office and outside of the office, and the impact has been tremendous.
We could sit down, and we sat down for over 1 hour just talking, sharing. It blew my mind. And I found it that it related so much with everything that had to do with my life, not just professionally, but at home as well.
For me, I think I just love the fact that people can see the difference and they are happier with that kind of approach that we are taking as an organization.